What's up, everybody? This is Dan. I'm coming at you with another review from my YouTube channel, United Gamers. So, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button at the bottom of the video and subscribe. I'll be posting more videos weekly. This one is actually about an upcoming game that doesn't come out until about March 22nd. It's called Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. It's an upcoming game by From Software. Now, for those who aren't familiar with From Software, they are the creators of Bloodborne, Dark Souls, and Armored Core. Those are three popular titles I'm pretty sure everybody's heard of. And the Japanese studio is beloved across the globe nowadays, so there's plenty of anticipation for this game, Sekiro. It's published by Activision. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is an action RPG with the quick and precise combat you'd expect from the software to produce. However, this tale seems to focus on a far deeper narrative across archaic Japanese setting. Either way, it's shaping up nicely. For example, From Software has confirmed that it will have a voiced protagonist for the first for the Soulsborne line of titles. And this is just what one of the developers had to say about the game working on this project. Having this key protagonist allows us to build a cast of characters around him and his personality and his history. We feel like not tip, not the typical NPCs, which stands for non-playable characters, that you run into during the game, but these are central. These core characters are central to his presence in the world and his story. Are going to be playing a lot of that role in the story in the gameplay, so we feel you'll be able to experience both his past in that sense and the here and now of where the game takes place. We imagine he won't be a complete chatterbox as you explore the world of Sekiro, pouring out monologues left and right. Instead, the presence of spoken hero seems to be the tool for complementing the world and story around him. In addition, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice will have no online multiplayer, meaning you'll even be able to pause the game. From Software's latest effort challenges almost everything I've come to know about Bloodborne and Dark Souls, twisting my perspective into one that forced me to think and fight differently than before. Yet it still possesses the same DNA, bearing heavy, precise combat system and a wonderful sense of exploration across mythical depiction of Japan. Having spent 30 minutes with Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, it may have already staked its claim as one of 2019's finest action games. Set in the closing years of Japan's Shingoku period, you play as a mysterious ninja who has been resurrected and cast out on a mission of revenge. His silent, brooding, and happy willing to murder all in his path. Much like Soulsborne titles that came before, Sekiro is least interested in holding the player's hand. This unforgiving difficulty doesn't mean that you're left without means of defense, though in fact it's quite the opposite. Our hero is equipped with a standard katana and a makeshift arm that doubles as a magnitude of different tools. It can be used as a grappling hook, which feels incorporated into every facet of Sekiro, whether it's the way to traverse rooftops, ambush enemies, discover secrets, or in larger battles performing unique attacks awash with spectacle. The best part? It feels incredible in action, having already justified itself as a central mechanic. One of my demo highlights was an encounter that saw me facing off against a looming demon locked up in wooden stocks. He packed a heavy punch, but I was able to use my grappling hook to pull him towards the ground, opening up avenues of attack previously unknown. Sekiro spices up the combo model further by abandoning the stamina gauge and placing a greater focus on precision and accounting for enemy equipment. I imagine that in the few experience, you'll slowly chip away the enemies until they're nothing but a crimson stain on your blade. However, you'll need to contend with a stagger meter of sorts, which once filled opens up both you and the enemy for a devastating special attack. Not only do they look stylish, but they act as a sufficient reward in the act of attrition in many fights it's evolved into. Your left arm can be customized with different secondary weapons representing a heavy attack that, when used correctly, it is perfect for leaving foes vulnerable. My favorite was the flamethrower that could leave enemies stumbling desperately to fan the flames, providing a few precious seconds to take a slash. There's also the loaded axe, which can stun enemies with a swift slam, although it takes some time to wind up. Dark Souls and Bloodborne are known for robbing you of everything upon death, forcing you to return to a resting place to receive well-earned spoils. Sekiro does away with this notion and even allows you to immediately resurrect upon defeat before facing death. This huge departure giving you a few seconds to rethink your strategy before facing an enemy again. Clashing swords is a focal point of Sekiro since most of the foes wield a saber of sorts ready to thrust at you. The rhythmic touch of the shoulder button initiates a parry, leaving enemies vulnerable to a devastating attack or even a one-shot kill in some instances. From Software has dabbled in this part of combat before, but never to such a detailed extent. How this will develop across the entire genre is very exciting. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice has its fair share of breathtaking boss fight counters. Encounters such as this feel like a dynamic part of Sekiro, which itself an intricate painting of the intertwining areas and mixture of historical architecture and dark mythological monsters. I adore it, and I hope the full game is just as good. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is more than just another Dark Souls and Bloodborne. From Software has adapted the masterful combat system it has spent years refining and made it faster and more satisfying, with multiple elements that feel akin to a well-oiled machine. Everything works. I felt home within the minutes of picking up the controller. Whether this will be more a linear effort with greater focus on narratives remains to be seen, and I am intrigued to see how Sekiro aims to differ from the efforts that have come before it. For now, it is definitely one to watch. What is Sekiro Die Twice? Sekiro Die Twice is an action RPG starring a mysterious ninja with a prosthetic arm, a limb which can have mechanical importance in gameplay. For example, it can be used as a grappling hook, spun around to stun and to distract incoming enemies. Combat is brutal, bloody, and wonderfully satisfying, judging by the debut trailer. Sekiro Shadow Dies Twice is directed by Hidetaka Miyazaki, which is the same mastermind behind such classics such as Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Bloodborne. Fans wondered if the beloved formula is being abandoned. Can rest easy knowing this. It is also published by Activision, the company behind blockbusters such as Destiny and Call of Duty. Collaborating, and this is what Mizusaki had to say about it. Collaborating with Activision on Sekiro Shadows Die Twice has been a very exciting experience for us. With Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, many From Software team members, including myself, are thrilled to be exploring themes of the Shingoku, Japan, and Ninja for the first time. We can't wait for everyone to discover what's in store for the game. Shadows Die Twice release date. When does it come out? Like I said, it comes out on March 22nd, 2019, which is actually about a month, less than a month away. And like you can actually pre-order it if you want. You could go to my website. I have a direct link to it. You could either get it for PlayStation 4 or Xbox One or even the PC. I'll have all the links available to where if you do decide to purchase this, you, all three of these links will be there, and of course the link to my main website, Games and More, will also be there. So if you want to purchase more stuff other than the game, like controller, headset, the system, anything like that, you'll be able to do so. And once again, I'll be posting reviews like this maybe 3, 4 times a week. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, go ahead, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so you'll know whenever I put a video out, it'll pop up on your screen. But I want to thank everybody for watching this video and for your support, and you all have a good day. Thank you.